Chillos. What's up, guys? It's the Critic Corp. I am Toke, and this is my little movie review today on the movie The Boys in the Boat, directed by George Clooney, which I would say has finally done it, because he hasn't been too consistent with movies in a hot minute, bro. Probably since like the Itis of the March or whatever, or Idiots of the March, however you pronounce it. Which was like years on years ago. But he delivers. He delivers with this one, and it was pretty good. It was excuse me. It was pretty good. You know, wasn't fucking too complex things about it. It was one of those standard classical gentleman sport type of movie, underdog. The underdog perseveres and comes out on top type of deal. Which were it was pretty much about this rowing team in college, the University of Washington, and how they fucking entered the Olympics, and this was staged in the 1930s, I believe 1936 to be exact, and won it all, took it all, beat fucking Germany, Italy, Great Britain, all them type of teams, they dominated. And the crazy thing was, this team that did all this was a JV team. It wasn't even the varsity team of the college. It was the JV team. They had that dog in them. They wanted it more, and the coach believed and put his hard ass faith into them that they could, get that medal, obtain that medal. And they did. They did, man. Like, hey, fucking the whole like plot dialogue of the movie was, it was one of those standard films. I would say something. This is something around like George Clooney's prime, or just years years behind as far as the Oscars actually giving the movie its flowers. It's too square, like this type of film back in the day, oh yeah, it would have most definitely been up there in the nominees and award winnings. But it's 2023, about to be 2024. You can't really, you can't sit here and say like, oh, it was so perfect. Like, yeah, it was too perfect. Like, perfect to where it was like just a standard ordinary film perfect. Like, it checked off and made it made the check-in list on every single thing, but it didn't go above and beyond that. And I'm not discrediting fucking George Clooney. You know, like I said, he actually delivered this movie. And it was, you know, all around the camera effects when they were showing all the, like, you know, high climax moments of them rowing, coming in first, beating certain teams, you know, just like delivering on the drama aspect of the characters and what they're all individually. Some of them are going through and whatnot, and you know, it was good. It was good. It was a good movie. Like I have no complaints, man. The pacing was fucking solid. Like it wasn't portrayed to be a fucking Oppenheimer or a fucking um what Killers of the Flower Moon, or you know, like he literally George Clooney knew what he was doing with this movie, and he figured, you know, why try to be extra when I can just take it back to the basics and deliver a all around solid ass film, you know? Um had a good main character. What's his name? Old boy from Fantastic and the Beast. Callum Turner. He was like the main protagonist and whatnot. The only reason he really joined the team was to goddamn afford his tuition for the you know, for the college, cuz it was about time to pay up that other half that he owed. And given his backstory, he's always been on his own since he was fucking 14 years old. His fucking dad was a piece of shit, left him. Mother died. Like, yeah, he's been on his own like since like fucking Nam, you know. Like it's been a minute since he had a fucking, you know, a handout type of deal. And then, you know, obviously he meets the love of his life. You know, that little shit. Like I said, this was literally one of those standard underdog films that, you know, you strive to love, and you know, pray that the underdog, you know, comes out on top type of deal. And they did. You know, they did. They did. They fucking had a couple of trials and tribulations and whatnot, and desperate cheating, you know, fucking obstacles and shit coming from like the other teams, or um they fucking, or how they tried to hold them and say they pretty much didn't think they were gonna win against you know, Syracuse and Columbia Lion or Cal and shit, beat all of them to go to make it. This was to in order for them to make it to the Olympics or whatever. And you know, back then it was the norm for you know, like those rich schools to automatically be going to this type of shit because they can afford it too. And you know, given that this team, the University of Washington, you know, they're a U.S. team, they're like really not known to be fucking making it that far in the Olympics. If that, you know, like just even getting deep into the competition like that, So they had to come up with $5,000 just to afford the trip to Berlin for the Olympics. Like, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. Um, Even like they're one of their teammates. He got sick real bad, but he ended up, overcoming that shit and still performing to his best, and contributing to their win, their dub. Like I said, you know what type of movie this is. It's nothing really too complex, man. You know what type of movie this was. I would say the wildest scenes were the Nazi flags, because like I said, this was during the like 1936, 1930s or whatever. So it was like around Great Depression time, and Hitler and all that shit. They even show Adolf Hitler. This nigga was at the goddamn Olympics sideline, sitting sideline, front and center, all type of shit, bro. Everybody, when he walk in, everybody, doing the Hitler, all that shit, Hitler praise. It was wild. It was wild. But yeah, this movie, it was great. It was great. It was good. Like I said, nothing out of the ordinary that you don't really that you don't already see in these type of films. It was just good. It was refreshing seeing such a classical sportsman type of movie slash drama type of movie in this day and age, because we don't get that type of shit anymore. Really, we really don't. They like I said, they pushed that shit, kicked it to the curve. Now, like, you know, it's it's considered boring. So, but I liked it. I loved it. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Kudos to George Clooney. That's all I really got for this one, man. What I'm gonna say. Support the motherfucking court. Leave some comments. Let me know what you guys thought about this one. Like and subscribe. I'll be back fucking tomorrow with the curse and more. So stay tuned for that. And I will say toodles.